Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kenya is a political country. It is all system goes, everything is about politics. And one funny thing about our politics is that it is politics of self-aggrandizement. Politicians think about themselves, they don't think of us. We come second after they have satisfied their needs. Now, UDA is facing a wave of turmoil. Apparently, there's a group calling itself founder members, and they have a new secretary general, self-declared and self-confessed new secretary general, after apparently what they're telling us, ousting Cleophas Malala for what they say that he has abrogated his duties as a secretary general.
Jambo nyote, kwa majina ni Joe Halende, chairman, founding members wa UDA party. Today we are here to confirm that one Cleophas Malala has abdicated his role and his duty as the Secretary General of the ruling party. And as you are all aware, the critical role or the function of the Secretary General of UDA party is the spokesperson of the party. He communicates, initiates meetings on behalf of the party. Clearly, one Cleophas Malala has joined our opponent. He is supporting the Tawe movement. He is supporting agendas that contradict the ruling party. He has gone against our party leader. He is on the forefront against the formation of broad-based government. And I'm here to confirm that he is no longer the Secretary General of UDA party. I, Joe Halende, will be taking over as the Secretary General of UDA party. Going forward, UDA party is going back to its members.
Now, Joe Halende is the new self-proclaimed Secretary General of the UDA after claiming that Malala has abrogated his duties. Now, the battle between Malala and Joe Halende took another twist when Joe Halende said that after that proclamation, Malala goons attacked him. That is what he claimed. And instead of going to the police, Joe Halende also organized for what I may call goons or his supporters, and they went and invaded UDA headquarters. That is the new norm in our country because we've just realized that we have the freedom of picketing. I don't know whether that was also picketing. So they went there and they were saying, we want to greet Malala. He has to vacate. He's got no business being in this office. And it was a drama. Now, since the new norm is to have your supporters behind you, you occupy, that place. They saw the Gen Zs occupying CBD and everywhere. Cleophas Malala also organized for his supporters, whether they are goons or hooligans, whoever they are, he also organized them. And from Waiyaki Way, they occupied Waiyaki Way until the headquarters to try and counter the influence of the new self-proclaimed Joe Halende, because they were also singing and chanting in support of Cleophas Malala. That is what the UDA party has been reduced to. Now, William Ruto is watching very closely and monitoring what is happening in his party. I look at Cleophas Malala. He bragged of a man who knows how to run political parties. And I remember at some point they were accusing ODM party. He was accusing Raila of a man who had messed up that party, and he was saying it is only UDA that is being run within the orthodox means. Today, when I look at UDA party, I realize that running a party is not a walk in the park. It is not very easy. And William Ruto must now understand, UDA has postponed their grassroots elections twice, courtesy of the wrangles within the party. And Malala is a man who finds himself in trouble because of his character. His abrasive manner of doing things has earned him more foes than friends. Malala is on record as warning the Kapsaret member of parliament, Oscar Sudi, and even summoning them. And you know that when you summon Sudi, it is like you are touching Ruto's nerves. Malala was also sent to go and try and intimidate Wetangula and his elder brothers, Musalia Mudavadi, to fold their parties to come to form the larger UDA party. And while Mudavadi and Wetangula were still praying hard to get, Malala was very significant because he was the one who was being used to try and welcome them. But now that Mudavadi has accepted the rallying calls to fold his party, Malala's significance is no longer there. He's been used and dumped, if you ask me. The reason why I feel that Malala has been used and dumped, Malala was not elected. He was appointed by William Samoei Ruto. He's an appointee. It is different from a person who has been elected by the party. They were supposed to go for an election, just to election, so that he could be elected. Now, I expected that in the event that some people are coming up as imposters and they want to take Malala's position, William Ruto would protect him. But to see William Ruto quiet, just look at things the way they are, it means he's also very tired of Malala. Let me ask you, what significance that does Malala bring to the party now? Because already Ruto is trying to craft 2027, what he will run with, the trend that he will go with in 2027. And it is very obvious that he's looking for the Luo Nyanza, Western Coast, the Raila support base. And the way things, if the recent occurrences are anything to go by, has already secured that. It seems they have an alliance with ODM. And so with Raila on his side, Mudavadi on his side, what value do you think Malala is? Will Malala bring any value? I don't think so. That is why when Raila, kind of got into parliament, people like Owalo have been abandoned. Because you look at who has got the support base between Raila and Malala. I'm just trying to put it to you that Malala has overlived his mandate. He was being used to try and woo people like Mudavadi to come to the party. Because I don't expect William Ruto to keep quiet when other groups are regrouping. The other thing that is very clear here is that UDA could be a shell, because UDA was formed to win the 2027 election, 2022. Just the same way Azimio was formed to win the 2022 elections. And since it did not win, just like CORD and NASA, the coalition has become very insignificant. It can no longer hold. And UDA must be a shell, and William Ruto could be as well looking for another coalition to take him to 2027. And this coalition could be one that will incorporate the other willing members of the political class. And I will repeat to you that the conversation has always been about the politicians. They no longer think about us. Now they are thinking of how to win the 2027 elections. They are not thinking of how to reduce the cost of living. They are not thinking of justice to the victims that were killed recently. They are not thinking of things that matter to us. All they care about is how to dish out positions among themselves. I remember this is one of the pillars that William Ruto campaigned on, that he was going to form a government of the people. of the hustlers. And he accused Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga when they were championing for the BBI that they wanted to dish out positions. And William Ruto said, this time round we are changing this narrative. There isn't any narrative that has changed. So for Malala, maybe the die is cast and his goose is cooked. We wait and see for the drama that is going on, and I think William Ruto has allowed it so that in a crisis like that, that is when characters are formed and you realize who is this. Maybe we'll get to hear that someone sponsored the other group that is fighting Malala, because it is now a case of when something happens, we are investigating who did it. Everything is now about Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua. Raila has now, shaken hands with Ruto, so therefore he is not being accused. It is now Rigathi and Uhuru. I will not be surprised if William Ruto camp is accusing Rigathi Gachagua of coalescing around this group to oust Malala, because anyway, the Mount Kenya group had said that as they go for a grassroots election, UDA grassroots elections, the Secretary General position must be preserved and reserved for them. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe we are soon reading the death of UDA that will culminate into the rebirth of another party. I don't know what you think, because they have decided occupy UDA.